8 years since Battlefront 2015 came out, man, and how time flies. Today I want to show you why this game for me was simply perfection. Obviously not everyone will agree, but at least stick around to hear what I have to say, then leave your ideas in the comments if you agree with me or not, and we'll get chatting. So, like and subscribe, and let's take a look back at Battlefront 2015. So starting off, this was a game that came out in a really bleak time for the market of casual shooters and Star Wars gaming, and will transcend a golden timeline era, for me anyways, with DICE making this game whilst also producing another legendary game in my opinion, a year after, similar, which was Battlefield 1, which I spoke about in my last video if you haven't seen it. We had the movies coming from the sequels for Star Wars, but nothing really in the gaming spectre of things for Star Wars, so to reboot such a legendary and popular franchise in Battlefront was a big move by EA and really set the tone for things to come Star Wars gaming wise going forward. The graphics and sound design are absolutely elite in this game, especially for its time way back in 2015 when DICE revealed what they were cooking up, and how realistic the trailers and the concept art were for this game. It was just insane for the time, and the Darth Vader trailer that they even came out with, I mean, wow, where he throws the saber, whacks it off, and you get this nice little panoramic view of his face. I mean it's just brilliant. But this was all powered by a engine that wasn't really too known, people weren't really using it, Frostbite. Frostbite was the engine they used for the game, which did come with its issues, a lot of noticeable bugs, but my god, were the visuals and the sound design in this game a treat. Now, onto one of the most important aspects in the game, which really set it up for me that I actually enjoyed, was the infantry gameplay. I want to start by saying the infantry gameplay mixed with the progression system in this game really was underrated in my opinion, and I'll explain why. The star card system allowed for complete customization to the player's liking, and it was accompanied with more engaging and quicker style at the top end of things, with a lot of players opting for E3 back to. But if you wanted to be a triple sniper, if you wanted to have a triple sniper setup, you could do that with a pulse cannon, cycler rifle, DLT-19X, and focus fire. And then you had the traits on top of that, so you could add a layer into that. If you wanted a grenadier style setup with double grenades and a personal shield, you could do that. Or if you wanted a mix of firepower and defense, say you had E3, pulse cannon, berserker, and a jetpack, you could do that. There was loads to mix and match and choose from, and how people didn't like this over the class system, which we eventually got in Battlefront 2, really perplexed me. I can't fathom why you would want a linear system that locked certain guns from certain classes over complete customization in a more loose and fun environment. I will never understand that. This tied into the progression, added nice layers to the game, whether you had to level up to unlock a hot contract to get something like the DLT-19X, or a certain skin that you wanted, which added a level of prestige to the game, so once you got the skin or gun that you were after, you could show it to people, or if you were to kill someone with it, they see your skin or the weapon you're using and think, oh, he's a high rank, he's just got that skin, I've not got that yet. Obviously the game's been out for a while, so everyone has these skins, but at the time it added a nice level of prestige to the game to show that, yeah, I'm level 50, I'm level 60, I'm level 70, etc, with the penultimate rank being rank 100, but this is something they didn't do in the newer Battlefront 2, where they just kind of gave you skins. I didn't like that. I liked the level of prestige, and how with every update there was 10 levels increase, which means that you had to get to level 60 to unlock a shock trooper skin. They could have done this. They could have really added so many layers for Battlefront 2. Hence why I think, in my opinion, Battlefront 1's infantry gameplay was so much better than Battlefront 2's. But the comparisons there, we can maybe leave for another day and reevaluate anything, and maybe do like a comparison video for 2024 between Battlefront 1 and Battlefront 2. But onto something which I know is going to be extremely controversial, but the hero gameplay. The hero gameplay in Battlefront 1 was definitely a hot topic for a lot of people, with the power-up systems that were in the game. There were power-ups for infantry, and then there was a certain hero pickup with certain locations, which I admit wasn't the best, but there was such a good feeling when like no one else has got a hero. You grab the little token node rubbish thing, and it's like you call it in and you're like, oh, ready to play hero, and there's so many heroes you can choose from. Obviously some were locked behind a paywall, and that again was a little bit annoying, but at least with the paywall you were guaranteed content and not just sitting there kind of picking your nails waiting for the developers to do something. They had to deliver on the content because you paid for that content. So I really like the hero combat in this gameplay. I did like that you couldn't heal. You had a cap of Bacta, but you couldn't heal. I loved that. In Battlefront 2, you can heal. I didn't like that. Battlefront, the heroes are not meant to be... Well, you can kill streak with them in Battlefront 1, but you had to do it in a certain way. You can't just kill and get your health back. That was, I don't know, I don't really like that system. But they all had their like little classes, and the pickup system, again, like I said, wasn't great, but the hero gameplay in this game was really good. The kill streaks, the sounds, the voice lines, a lot of them had unique abilities. The problem with Battlefront 2 was a lot of the characters didn't have unique abilities, especially the saber heroes, and I understand it's difficult to kind of differentiate a lot of those abilities, and again, that might be a controversial opinion, but I just feel like Battlefront 1, apart from a few heroes that they could have added, maybe like old Obi-Wan, or Kanan from Rebels Season 1, or even the Grand Inquisitor, they got a lot of the heroes, and there was a lot of outsider picks for this side of the game. We had characters like Nien Nunb, we had Garrido, Dengar. These were all characters which you wouldn't think would maybe come to the game, but added and were great additions and became fan favorites for a lot of people. Like, for me anyway, Dengar was a lot of fun. I thought Bosk was quite strong, but my favorite was Lando. I really enjoyed playing Lando in the game. But I do understand that it is a controversial thing, that everyone liked the system, so be sure to let me know in the comments what you think of the hero gameplay. I do still think the hero gameplay is better in Battlefront 2, in terms of like what the heroes do and how they operate and the bugs and the characters, stuff like that, but I do enjoy it in this game as well. I really do enjoy it in this game, so please let me know what you think about the hero combat in Battlefront 1. Now, something we must talk about in Battlefront 1 was the DLC, the Season Pass. This was paid, and something that in the long term would really hurt the game in terms of separating the community and people struggling to find games. But at the time, I really appreciated, because when I paid for a product, I knew what I was getting, whereas this free DLC, obviously DLC should be free. I'm not saying that you should have to pay for DLC here. What I am saying though is that you paid for what you got for. We got 2 to 4 maps for each DLC. We got 2 heroes, weapons, skins, level upgrades, new achievements. We got a lot of stuff for the game for what you paid for, and I get that you're paying the price of, at the time, what was a new game, but this is the level of standard that free content should be, but it was paid. So it added a lot to the game. We had hut contracts, new levels, etc. Things I've just listed. I really enjoyed the DLC content in this game. They added Bespin, Outer Rim, they added the Death Star, new game modes for each single DLC. We had Infiltration, Extraction, Sabotage, Battle Station game mode. There was a lot to really like here, and added some of the best stuff in the game. So as an overview of a game, I really did appreciate this game. I understand that maybe it's not everyone's first choice, and hence why the game is dead now, which is really unfortunate. You can only get certain games at certain times, and maybe that's a video I can make soon for you guys, what the game looked like in 2024, because people have made those videos, but I feel like it's different now. I feel like the game is really starting to just die down now, but you can let me know. Again, this is a nostalgia pick. This was my first shooter. There is something that's close to my heart that I played throughout high school that I really enjoyed, getting on with my friends, running a squad, playing Sabotage, grabbing the 4 heroes and going insane. It's something that I really enjoyed, and will be in my memory forever in terms of gaming and my introduction to shooters. And there's a lot of things here that Battlefront 1 did better than Battlefront 2. And same for Battlefront 2, so if you would like a comparison video as well, let me know. I want your opinions, your memories, your ideas, what they could have added, what you didn't like to Battlefront. Leave it all in the description, leave it all in the comments, and I'll leave you some more things in the description as well. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you enjoy Battlefront 1 as much as me, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and again, like I said, leave all of your ideas and your comments on the series down below in the comments, and I'll be sure to get reading, get chatting, and we can make some follow-up videos into this one. Thank you once again for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.